Hi, I'm Sid Dobrin with Inventive Fishing, and I've been thinking. I've been thinking about the announcement that the International Game Fish Association is moving its Fishing Hall of Fame and Museum from Dania Beach, Florida to Springfield, Missouri under a new partnership with Bass Pro. Okay, I have to admit, I'm a bit heartbroken by this. South Florida claims to be the sport fishing capital of the world, and the museum seems to be right at home there. But according to IGFA, the museum just doesn't bring in enough visitors in its current location. And I guess I get that, but I still like knowing the museum is there. Soon after IGFA made the announcement, Dania Beach Mayor Marco Salvino told the Sun-Sentinel that, quote, "The place is a bit boring, to be honest. We don't have a lot of support in South Florida for museums. Up north, you get a lot more loyalty for things." Okay, I'm sorry, but to any angler, the place is far from boring. And I have to say, Mayor Salvino's comments about South Floridian loyalty to museums is a bit insulting. South Beach is home to the World Erotic Art Museum and the ever-popular turn-of-the-century Electrotherapy Museum. What more could you want from museum culture? But losing the IGFA Museum is a loss to Florida. Now, fortunately, IGFA's E.K. Harry Library of Fishes on the second floor of the IGFA headquarters building will remain in Florida. For those of you who haven't seen it, this library is one of the most incredible collections of fishing books ever gathered. There are more than 15,000 books housed here, and the library's new vintage film digitization program is absolutely remarkable. I thought I had a decent library until I saw the stacks at IGFA. I could spend the rest of my days sitting in that beautiful room lost in those books. But I guess that the move makes sense, and that moving the museum end of things to Bass Pro's facility in Springfield makes sense too. After all, Johnny Morris, Jim Hagel, and Bass Pro are unquestionably valuable allies to the recreational fishing world. And we have to admit that this is smart business too for Bass Pro. Look, I know that Bass Pro, as well as their competitors, have been criticized for the tax incentives and economic development subsidies they receive for providing museum space on their property. But let's face it, providing the visual attraction of the displays in Bass Pro's store is part of the appeal of the stores. And let's admit it too. That's good business. It keeps customers in the store. It draws customers to the store as an attraction, not just as a retail outlet. If I ran a business, I'd want customers to have the kinds of experiences too. It just seems smart to me. And besides, according to Forbes magazine, the Springfield Bass Pro brings in over 4 million visitors per year and is Missouri's #1 tourist attraction. Okay, keep in mind that they're competing with Branson's own Yakov Smirnov.
Off the plane, and I saw my name written, big letters, America loves Smyrna. And I said to myself, what a country, all right.
But surely Bass Pro's level of traffic will increase the numbers of people who get to experience the IGFA's more than impressive collection. That can only translate into more and better angler education, and one would hope greater support for IGFA's conservation and records programs. Of course, when I first heard about the move, I was a bit concerned. After all, Bass Pro is a privately held corporation, and the International Game Fish Association is a nonprofit that has a big conservation component. And while I'm far from opposed to corporate culture, I do understand the value of a nonprofit's independence. But we're talking Bass Pro here. Johnny Morris has more than proven his dedication to recreational fishing. What he did with the Morris Steel Commission and the Vision for Managing America's Saltwater Recreational Fisheries report confirms that we need more allies like Morris and Bass Pro. If that allegiance comes in the form of moving the museum, then I think I see a win-win here for all of us. So yes, I'll be sad to see the IGFA Museum go, but I think this is a smart move both for IGFA and Bass Pro. And besides, I've only been to the Springfield, Missouri Bass Pro about a dozen times. Now I got reason to go back. Fish on. Can't.